Sometimes a science fiction book just walks off the page and into reality. New York 2140 by Kim Stanley Robinson is an exaggerated version of where we are headed on our current trajectory. Sea level rise leaves downtown Manhattan looking like Venice, and uptown, being slightly higher elevation, becomes the new development zone where the ultra-rich build ultra-high-tech, super tall towers. I already covered this book, and I was gonna stop talking about it until I saw 2 YouTube videos that just brought it into the now. $52.6 billion is what is currently being budgeted to be spent by the Army Corps of Engineers and the federal government collaborating with the city of New York to protect New York City from the sea. When Hurricane Sandy hit the city in 2012, subway stations were underwater. Yellow cabs were underwater. The city was underwater, just like in the book. While we don't expect New York to turn into Venice tomorrow, we do expect more hurricanes induced by climate change, and we expect them to be more severe. This is real stuff. It's $52 billion, not of like woke money being spent, but of like it actually makes financial sense to do that because it will prevent more than $52 billion worth of damage over the next few decades. But what about the high rises? If you have $250 million laying around, you can buy the penthouse in the most expensive home in the world. If you have that kind of cash, you can actually see the view on the front cover of this book. Just, looking down at the Empire State Building. I'm the kind of nerd who likes to read more than one book by the same author. It helps me absorb and understand a lot of their worldview. Although in this case, I kind of went overboard and I read 5. I don't recommend all 5, but I do recommend these 2. They're in the reading list, in the links, the place. They support the channel. The influencer shit. So how real is Kim Stanley Robinson's 2140? Is it an exaggeration, or is it right? The answer is yes. Yes, it is real, and yes, it is an exaggeration. But that does not take away from its credibility. Because rather like the frog that doesn't jump from the warming water until it's too late, sometimes we need fiction to shake us from the everyday. These stories remind us that we are in history, the history of the future, right now.